Hey everybody, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to be unboxing and opening up a new coin that I just purchased and got in the mail today. But before I get into that, just a quick recap. I dropped a video last week where I opened up this Standing Liberty quarter, 1917 Type 1 that I got in the mail and was super happy with it. It's a great addition to the collection. And I didn't go into too much detail, like I'd said it last week. It's been a while since I posted videos. Wanted to kind of explain a little bit about where I'm at with collecting, and I'll explain more as I post more videos and put more stuff out there. But basically, took a little break between college and starting my career, buying a house, that sort of stuff. I sold off a lot of my collection, and now I'm kind of at the point where I'd like to start getting back into kind of casually collecting, and figured that it would be fun to share that with you guys if anybody's interested, and just kind of a nice way to document my process of collecting. So I'm pretty interested, or my goal right now is to work on a typeset of US coins. That's basically it. So as good a condition as I can find, scarcer mintages when I can. Again, it's all based on what I can afford and what's out there on the market. I've always been attracted to old fatties, so in particular Generation 3 holders, but pretty much anything pre-barcode is just kind of a fun way to collect, I think. So that's where I'm at. So these are, this is getting added to the typeset. I'll take and do a video of kind of what I have right now. I've got some type coins between gold, commemoratives, that sort of stuff that we'll do in another video. But I figured that I'd share something new that's come today. And before I go into it, it's in a rattler. It's a 1903 Indian head cent. And the reason that I purchased it, one, it'll be kind of a placeholder in the typeset until I find another Indian head that I want to add. But it was kind of an impulse purchase because it's a repunch date. And I always used to like doing the cherry pickers. And when I was just kind of going through the listings, I saw this and it was pretty clear even from the zoomed out pictures that it was a repunch date. It's not marked on the label, so yeah, just want to see what it is. You know, it's always tricky buying coins online, figuring out condition and all that. So let's see what we've got here. Let's open this guy up. I'm gonna move these out. Wait for a sec. Over here. Packing slip, so I'm just gonna take the packing slip off, and let's take a look at what we got here. So it's in a 63 red-brown label, probably closer to brown in today's standards. And I'll do the same thing that I did last time. We'll put some close-up pictures here while I take a look. Really clean coin. There are some dings on the cheek, but I think it's all original luster. It doesn't look like it's ever been wiped. Yeah, and we'll zoom in here for the repunch date and kind of take a look at that. There's marks below the 1, the lower serif of the 1, inside the bottom loop of the 9. I know there's some on the 3. I'm not sure if there's any. Yeah, there's some to the bottom right of the 0. how much there is in the 3 there. Yeah, so and then we can kind of take a look, try to get some of the luster to show up on that. It does amaze me that there's a chance that since this was slabbed in the late 80s, right, that nobody's picked up on the repunch date. It's possible. It's also possible that someone did, like me, have it in their collection under a repunch date, and then eventually it just gets sold and someone tries to sell it on just as a, decent grade in a rattler. This one's in there pretty good. And yeah, I paid a premium closer to what you'd pay like higher end for a rattler in this grade. I do think it's a 63. I don't think it's really undergraded. But with it being a variety, I figured it was kind of, that outdoes it. Not to say that there's a huge market for the varieties. Unless you're a diehard variety collector, you tend to like old holders. And this is one that you really wanted. So for those who aren't aware, cherry picking is basically finding little variations on the coins. This variety is listed in the Whitman Cherry Picker's Guide. And this is the FS01304. And I'll get a kind of side-by-side here. You can see some of the diagnostics there. This one, the description in here says repunching is apparent on the base of all the digits to the southeast. This is a dramatic repunch date. And it's listed as a URS 8. So on the rarity scale, I think this said there was around 150 or so north or south of that. And just kind of doing some research as far as sales on it. Pretty common, I think, in lower grades. So it's in there. People who are fans of Flying Eagle and Indian Head Sense. The Richard Snow book is still kind of the mainstay or the main Bible for these. And it's also listed in here as Snow 3. So it's this variety down on the bottom. And this one says first 1903 is southeast, most visible base of 1, and the second 3 west, most visible at left base of the variety. And this says very scarce. So yeah, that is a decent find. Like I said, it'll be a placeholder in the collection till I can pick up a Generation 3 Indian. I do have this 1895 over 895. I don't know if I've ever looked this up in snow. This was one that I had actually cherry picked in the wild. So when I was at a coin shop going through some of their higher grade raw coins, this was one, and it was a pretty clear overdate, same sort of thing. And this is one of the few coins out of my typeset that I didn't sell off, that I had kept, more so because of the sentimentality of picking that one out of the raw, getting it actually cherry picking. It wasn't something that was already holdered, and then getting it back as a 65, and really actually like the coin just as a coin. The color's great on it. So yeah, that is that's a pretty good find. I'm pretty stoked with that. So I do have some more type coins that I've picked up. Anyone who's following the market recently has heard of and seen how crazy the precious metals have been. And I had a good amount of bullion that I had invested in. I don't know, people don't like when you use the word invest, but bullion that I had bought with the intent, of actually selling when I could make enough money on it. And I had sold a bunch of that off with kind of the peak in the market. So I have a little bit of capital to put into some more numismatic stuff, which is really where my interest is. I'm not really that interested in bullion. So I have a few other pieces that are on the way, and hopefully I don't know, once or twice a month, I can put a video out where I'm either sharing stuff that I have or doing something like this where I'm opening something up in the mail. And hopefully that is entertaining. If nothing else, it's just kind of a good way for me to document my collection process and share it with other nerds. So hope this was enjoyable. If you did enjoy it and you haven't seen the video from last week, I'll link that or do something, or you can just find it on the channel where I take a look at the Standing Liberty Quarter. I also post pictures and content about the collection on my Instagram, which is Miller Coin. You can find it in the description of this video or the homepage of my YouTube channel. And I think that's all the stuff I'm supposed to say. So hope you guys enjoyed. I will be back soon with a new video, and we'll see you on that one. Bye.